Dear friends in Christ, it's Maliko Madden here, and I'm coming to you from Mount Angel Seminary at the beginning of National Vocation Awareness Week. Today is November 3rd. We've just had the wonderful celebration of the Solemnity of All Saints and the Memorial of All Souls, and now we begin National Vocation Awareness Week. And so I wanted to take some time to share with you kind of three things in my own discernment journey, which I found to be very important, kind of three notions or three kind of tips, if you will, for discerning well. The first one is that one ought to discern in reality. Now, this might seem like an obvious point to many, and perhaps I'm in the minority here, but when I first entered the seminary, I was very idealistic. That is to say, I had kind of a vague, abstract notion of what priesthood was. And parts of that notion were informed by reality, they were realistic and formed by experience, and others were really formed from my imagination. Parts of that image were contrived, if you will. But one of the most important kind of shifts that needed to be made in my discernment was moving away from that kind of idealistic discernment to a realistic discernment, a discernment based in reality. The reason for this is because reality is always more objective than imagination. There's a certain beauty in childlike idealism, and we should always strive for high ideals, and yet we can't allow ideals to distract us from what's before us. A good example of this is, if I look at, my own diocese or archdiocese, and I say, okay, I see, okay, this is what priesthood means here in Seattle, for example. I have to discern based off of that. I can't discern based off of what I want it to be, or what I think it could be, or what I think even maybe it should be. I have to discern based off of what it is. So discerning in reality would be that kind of first tip that I would offer. The second one is regarding self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is a word that's thrown around a lot today, even in the seminary, but it's an important notion. It's a very important notion. And self-knowledge reminds us that we need to view ourselves in an objective way. That is to say, we need to understand our strengths, our weaknesses, the areas of growth that we have, the great talents which we have. We need to view ourselves in an objective light. And the reason for that is because we need to know ourselves in order to really give of ourselves in the fullest sense, to know what might be holding us back from truly loving our neighbors, what might be holding us back from developing an ever deeper relationship with God. And also, on the positive side, what opportunities, what unique gifts has God given us to put at the service of the church. So knowing ourselves, confronting ourselves, is an important part of one's discernment journey. And it certainly can be scary. It's difficult work, but it's so worth it. St. Catherine of Siena talks about entering into the cell of self-knowledge, whereby we're made or we become free to accept the call which God has given us and to live it boldly in the church. So we need to enter that cell of self-knowledge to really grow in understanding of ourselves. And then the third piece that I would offer is that identity is revealed in relationship. That is to say, our vocations come about in the context of community. They begin with, or are nurtured first in the family, and then in other associations of life, they grow and take on a greater clarity, if you will. But the reality is that I don't know who I am without another self who can, acknowledge me and I can acknowledge them. And so that's one of the benefits of, discerning priesthood in the seminary context, you have your brothers, you have the formative community around you to help you understand who you are, who you are in relation to, a number of other people. So that's an important thing to remember. We never discern alone. There's always a relationship involved. It's never just us and God in the corner. We have to invite other people in prudently, of course. Thomas Aquinas, offers a certain caution in consulting a number of people when one is discerning religious life. So we have to invite people in prudently. Uh, it would be improper in a way to just go ask a random person on the street, should I join the seminary? Should I become a religious sister? Should I marry this person? So prudence is necessary, but at the same time, we never discern alone. So these are three of the things that I've kind of learned in my own discernment journey, and I want to let you all know that I'm praying for you as you discern your own vocations, or if you've already chosen your state of life, that you persevere and find new meaning in whatever vocation you've chosen, accepted rather. Um, uh, uh, Please know my prayers for you, and may God bless you.